You want to get high?
When beats hit hard and the world got clout, I cigar smoke in the air with no rolling down. We the kings of the streets taking over the town. Licking windows, they ain't got a clue. We the window lickers, making moves. Dirty style rap, that's how we ride. Spit fire with pride, we can't be denied. In the dirty south, we hold it down. Window lickers in every town. We bring the heat, we bring the sound. Dirty style rap, that's how we get down.
Goes it, window lickers? Anybody out there from a household known of the IYH manner? Well, welcome back to a Tuesday. Same faces. You know, one newer, but he's still an old slut from around the way. He is our newest co-host. He is the Bruzzi. How you doing, my friend? How goes it?
This slut's doing pretty good from one slut to another. I hope you're doing well too.
See, this is why I love this kid. He plays into it. He jumps in with me. He says, "I love the Sewers 2 voice," but a guy who tries to keep me clean every week with proper grammar and
That's fair.
really thinking before I speak. He
Also
is
true.
one of my friends here at IYH. We've been doing the show for a long time together. He is Kevin Kalloway, the Chaos Goblin. How goes it, Kevin?
Man, you introed me as, oh, he keeps us clean. And in my head, I'm like, that's not right. And then you actually followed it up with two things that are correct. And I guess I can't argue with it now, but it's not true overall. But for those two specific things, if we were making a Facebook post of like, yeah, this person does this and this, like, yeah, we could spread that disinformation.
Okay, I like it. Anytime you allow me to spread disinformation, I'm okay with it.
Well, he's
Like,
good at it.
if it's all about tricking people into thinking that I'm squeaky clean, that's perfect.
Yeah. Hey, that's what they pay me here for. They say, make sure Kevin just looks the best and you look the worst. And I'm like, okay, I know my place. I can do this. Let's go.
I guess I'm somewhere
Speaking
in between.
of, God damn it, Bruzzi. See, he just jumps in here. He's a triplet. Like we're just the triplets over here. We need to get him a beard, Kevin, so he can be part of the bearded brigade as we had.
Like a soul patch thing going on.
He does. He's got that. What are you, a
It's
jazz musician from back in the day?
Fu Manchu.
Somewhat marketable. Wow, Fu Manchu means you would have more coming down from the mustache. So
True.
I can't give that
Yeah.
to you. I can
Yeah.
give you soul patch.
Yeah, I see it. Evil villain from Bond.
That's the
Maybe
one.
not-
Yeah.
Maybe not the guy who's like Bond's going after, but you know, you just
The
cross
second
paths
henchman.
with him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the second or third hand guy from Chechnya.
Yeah, the guy who's going to get eaten by the sharks at some point.
Yeah. He dies like 20 minutes deep. Like he had a run, but like not a good one.
Yeah.
He got paid well.
mean,
That's what matters.
Cult
did.
fans they'll remember him. You'll be at Comic-Cons. You'll be at
Yeah.
all those things. So don't worry, man. You're doing good in this one. And oh gosh, we got
Musketeer.
rib shot.
Well, I mean, there's
No.
three of us, right? So it works.
Yeah. I mean, I was expecting something worse from rib shot, but
No, I think he
that-
means
are
the,
you-
the beard and the mustache is more musketeer than it is than anything else.
Ah, okay.
I
Well,
just went with the
still.
Three Musketeers joke, but I see where he's coming. Because now I'm looking at Bruzzi, and I'm thinking, could he have been in the Three Musketeers movie?
Oui,
And I
he
think
could've.
yes. I think
could've.
oui. Yeah, oui.
Or a Woody Allen movie where he plays a beatnik.
Ah,
They're hitting some bongos in some coffee shop.
Absolutely.
As long as I don't play Woody Allen marrying his stepdaughter. or
You
whatever.
don't need to play that. No, you're good on that one, man. No, we don't.
I think
We don't
Woody's
need
got
you
that
playing
covered.
that role. Yeah, that's a wild Hollywood story. Go check it out. But why don't you stop in and check out what we're doing here? And well, like we started. We going on 3 weeks of this now? No, in 2 weeks.
4.
2 weeks.
4
It's
The
the
fourth week.
4 weeks.
You're
With me, it's
undershooting.
4 weeks.
Yeah. Well, time.
Or are you talking about the
speculation.
trivia? The trivia that you're
That's
doing.
exactly what I'm
That's
talking about.
3
Trivia.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
See, there we go. 3 weeks. See, Bruzzi, this is trying to throw me off. Damn it. Anyways,
Successfully throwing
Bruzzi,
you off.
why don't we jump into your little trivia segment we got going on here? And let me throw it up here on the old screen, and we'll get you going, Bruzzi. So go ahead and let them know, Bruzzi. What's your question this week?
The question this week is, which woman became the first playable female wrestler in a WWF video game when she appeared in WWF Raw for the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo in 1994? Is it A, Alundra Blaze, B, Luna Vachon, C, Bull Nakano, or D, Sensational Sherry?
All right, and so like we've been doing at the end of the show, we will give you the answer, but all throughout the show, you are more than welcome to throw your answer into the chat and let us know what you think about Bruzzi's trivia question here.
I get 2 guesses. Let's go.
All right, well, do we?
Perfect.
Let me click over to the comments there, Bruzzi. You got to give me time on the switchboards. All right, we got Ripshot jumping in. He's saying B. We got Bryce saying A, and Fighting's One's going B. Look at that, Bruzzi. You're already getting some people jumping in there.
So it's gotta be.
You gotta like that. You gotta like that, Bruzzi. So we got Alundra Blaze being picked by Bryce and Luna. You know, I think it might be Luna. This is one I did not throw out there and be like, hey, what's the answer? So I think it might be Luna. I'm going with that one. I'm thinking I remember seeing her on a game somewhere.
I went speculative on this one, and I put Bull Nakano. I don't know if the rights would have been there, but I know that she's one of the more prolific people that they would have brought over around that time.
Yeah.
Because I think that's around the time that Alundra Blaze and her had their SummerSlam match.
Right, yeah. That's when they were at their peak.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. At the Squared Circle Expo.
Oh, yeah,
Bryce
I forgot about that, Bryce.
Picture for Alundra Blaze. He wasn't in the picture. He was just being
but he took one.
good guy on the sideline.
Nice.
Not
you know
that
what?
he's dating Alundra Blaze.
Side
or
note,
anything.
some of the just being a nice guy from Bryce got us some of the sickest interviews and talks.
It did. Creep. You know what? When you take a sweet looking kid like Bryce out in the world, all types of creeps just want to talk to you. And sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get bad ones. It all depends on who takes the bait. But we do love Bryce, and he does have a unique way of getting interviews.
He does.
And becoming friends with these people that we talk about every week. Speaking of talking about it every week, guys, are you ready to get into our topics?
Always.
All right, so if you're new here to the Tuesday show, me, Kevin, and Bruzzi each take a topic about Raw that we just watched last night, and we try to go a little further on it. We try to get what you guys out there are feeling about it. And before we do that, you know what we need to do, Kevin? Because, we need to read an ad read. You know we do. We got to start reading NordVPN.
We do.
Going on here because, they're good. They're a really good company, and they're linking up with us.
Voice, they're not just good. They're not just good. Realistically, Nord is one of those things that can keep you safe no matter what, no matter where you're going. And, I mean, I'm sitting right here, but I could be sitting in Norway. I could be sitting anywhere. I could even be sitting in a boat. You know how much we wanted one of those.
Oh, yeah.
If you really need some security and you need to get out there and you need to do your thing without being worried if you're going to get a bunch of viruses, you're worried about getting caught by some kind of international espionage or international police, and you need to sail some seven seas sometimes because sometimes the best flag is the black flag. You need you some NordVPN. That's what you need. And, Voice, can you tell them specifically how to support some NordVPN while also supporting some IYH?
All right, fans. So follow my friend Kevin and his Voyage of the Seas with NordVPN, and go to inyourhouse.com/NordVPN and you'll get 66% off a 2-year plan plus 3 extra months free. 3 free months of protection, Kevin. So
3. Wait, hold
go
on.
out
3.
there-
We're offering 3 free months too.
We are, and
God
66% off for a 2-year plan.
Ooh, you get 3 black flags for the price of nothing.
This is exciting,
That's
and you guys
perfect.
should be excited. Yes, I mean, this is perfect for anybody out there if you want to stay secure while you're out there surfing the web, sailing the seas, and maybe you just want to impress people and be like, I've been to Nordway, see my VPN. You can do this with us at In Your House. Go to inyourhouse.com/NordVPN. All right, so guys, let's get into the Monday Night Raw talk, and let's go, Kevin. I want to hear what you got to say this week. So, Kevin, let's hear it.
All right. I went a bit more speculative because I feel I'll have more other things to speak on other stuff. But I went a speculative topic this week, and it's more of I saw Sol Ruka and I saw Io Sky teaming together. I think this would be prayers answered for a lot of things. Maybe not Io, but prayers answered for a lot of Sol Ruka. What if instead of, because I don't know where Io is going to be with the crowded women's championship scene right now, at least for right now.
Yeah.
Because it seems like Becky's going to challenge. It seems like Stephanie's going to challenge. And then it seems like they're probably going to do some kind of triple threat bullshit too. Like it just seems like she's going to be out of there for a while. Mm-hmm. So in order to keep Io on TV and maybe adjacently we can help Sol Ruka, I want to get your guys' thoughts. How do you feel about Sol Ruka and Io in the tag division for a little bit? And where might you see it go?
Well, if they work that angle properly, we've already seen Io do great work with Rhea. I mean, their tag, even though I think it ran a little too long, they were still impactful. I mean, crowds loved them. They held the titles. They were a big, impactful tag team. I think this is a smart move because, like you said, Io is going to get lost in the shuffle because it doesn't seem like they're pulling her card for that title shot anytime soon. And to keep her in that spotlight, almost like a placeholder, because that's kind of what it was with the tag with Rhea, you can build Io up again. You can get her to that. And on the other hand, Sol is going to improve because one of my topics, I was going to throw it out there, was the fact that Sol's not having the best rookie year on the main roster.
No.
I mean, it's been okay, but has it been what we thought it was going to be? I can't say that it has. I've enjoyed moments of it, but then other times I'm wondering, like, what's going on and why is she missing this spot? Why is this? Yeah, and it's not even just moves. It's like being in position and just like
it's ring position a lot from a person who's done some assistant training and stuff in the business. You're right, it is ring position. It's about being in the right place and it's about hitting the right stuff at the right time. That's what Sol has been missing since coming up to the main roster. And I think, and I'll pass it to Bruzzi before I go too analytical on this. I think if we can put Sol Ruka on the cell, like she's not the hot tag, Io Sky is the hot tag. The person who comes in at the end, bing, bam, boop, and then we get to a finish, right? Sol Ruka is the person who gets her ass whooped for a while. Let's put her on the cell. Let's feel what the ring position feels like when people are calling it in the ring, and we go from there. And fighting, I understand where you're coming from. My main concern in this, and I don't know their plans, which is why I'm speculative on this. But if their plans in a singles capacity do not include Io Sky, I still want her featured on TV. That's what I want. And this is a way to get there without You don't need to make them a tag team for long term. You can make them a tag team for 3 to 4 months, and then Io can just go her own way, and they just stay baby faces. We don't need this doesn't need to be Vince McMahon booking where we put together a tag team so now one of them has to turn heel at the end of it. No. That's not what I mean. I mean,
position.
Yeah, they stay together until like they just go their separate ways, like, or they high five in the back every so often during a promo and like, we were friends once, and then they go off and do their own shit. So I'm not saying this is a long-term thing. I'm saying this is a short-term thing.
Kevin, real quick before we get Bruzzi's answer to your topic,
Of course.
what if they just shifted EO over to SmackDown since?
Oh, I'd prefer that. But
There's a
SmackDown
chance that-
SmackDown also, man, SmackDown has a hole in talent right now because of injuries and other things.
That's my whole thing right
So
there.
if we're gonna move Io to SmackDown, then I think that's better than putting her in a tag team with Soul.
Let's say
better for
they come,
Io's better for Io. I will specify that
Yes.
too, because
Okay,
I think it's
okay.
a loss for Ruka.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you on that, because we don't know where Chelsea Green's status is going to
No.
be. If it's bad enough, they're going to have to do
They
what
need
they did
someone
with
over
Rhea.
there. Yeah,
They got to take something away, and then you could have a pretty cool match that determines the winner of that.
Mm-hmm.
Sneak Io in there, have her as a surprise entrance or whatever it is. Boom. I kind of would go that route.
I would
depending
prefer
on
that
what
route.
the news
I just
is.
don't know what they want to do.
Exactly.
there's
Bruzzi,
a-
go ahead. Oh.
There's a couple of NXT women coming up that they could just use there too and start fucking pushing them massively. Then we got people like Jordynne Grace and things waiting in the wings there, and Julia, and anyone could step into those spots. We just haven't seen an opportunity for it, a lot of it yet. But not to step on any of the SmackDown stuff, because I want to make sure Bruzzi gets his stuff in.
From a from a selfish point of view, I don't want to see her go to SmackDown because I won't watch her. But I understand what you mean. But I do like them as a tag team. I like the name Soul Ruka and Io Sky, Sun Sky. That's a really nice name. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Io, and I like the hold position because it keeps her kind of in there until they need her to compete for the championship. Or they could, who is it? Raquel has the Intercontinental. Yeah, you could throw her in there too with something, and later on you could get a little tension between Soul and her wanting to go for the IC or whatever. But I think they worked really well together, and I think they have really good chemistry in the back. Like when they had what's the girl's name who was dealing with Bailey?
Lyra.
Lyra.
When she came up in the back and Io and Soul were in the back, I just felt like the chemistry was good. It seemed like a normal conversation. It didn't seem forced, and I thought they're really good. So I would like to see them continue.
Which is a stark difference from Soul usually in cutting promos, because it usually feels more forced and more scripted. And the fact that you are saying that, Bruzzi, kind of almost elaborates more on what I was kind of saying of like, hey, we have an opportunity to teach someone.
Right.
And Io doesn't have anything else to do for 3 to 4 months. Let's get him some reps.
Right.
And let's get him some reps together until Io can do something else. I suspect, I mean, Ivy Niles got that on lock fighting. We can just do it that way. Fighting says Soul Ruka is the perfect jobber to get some people over right now. I don't necessarily disagree. I just think they have higher expectations and aspirations for her, so they're going to give her a shot to get forward first before jobbing her out to people. I think we have other people that can do that. We have Ivy Niles. We have anyone to bring up. Really, there's a couple people from NXT you could bring up and just have them be jobbers too. Like, it's not... I just think that Soul Ruka is someone they see something in based on her Intercontinental title winning at all. So I don't think that's an option to them. Do I think it would be bad? No. I think she could do that, and she can make it look good, but I just don't think that's what they're going to do.
Yeah. Kevin, I don't know if you listened to the Pluggo interview, but we have a Ivy Nile update.
Yeah.
Apparently, she's making sure the lines to Grayson Waller and NXT talent are moving fast. So,
Well, you already passed your date on this.
yeah.
Do you remember what your date was for Ivy Nile? I do. July
No.
29th.
Yeah, well. Don't
She
see her
retained her
doing
job.
too much of anything, I guess.
She's been on main event.
Kevin, that's like if I told you that I went into one of my kids' room, found a yak back, and told you I recorded a podcast back in time. Like, get out of town. But I understand where you're coming from.
I work in semantics. Anyway.
Yes, he does. That's how we keep this friendship going.
Anyway, it just, I think Soul would benefit a lot from this if they're trying to get her to learn some things.
100%.
Because I don't think she learns much if she's just a jobber to the stars. She can learn something, but that's not at the level that they want her to be at. I don't know if Soul will work out at this point on the main roster. She's a cool finish when it hits right. The problem is hitting it right. And just if they want to do something with her and they want to give her a shot, I think this is decent. Unless you're going to put Io into a main title. Like, the fuck is she going to do?
No, I agree with you. I like where your brain's at on this one. And like always, we'll put a pin in it. We'll circle back to it once we see what they're doing, because we'll see next week if they're going to continue this partnership with them. So looking forward to that discussion. Bruzzi. You better tap that mic. Yeah, get it on. All right. Why don't we listen to what you got to bring to the table this week there, Bruzzi?
All right. This week I'm going to talk about Solo Sikoa. Hopefully this isn't too long, but let's go. So where has this Solo been? For years, Solo's been basically presented as a silent enforcer of the bloodline. He didn't say much. He didn't show much emotion. He stood behind Roman, looked pissed off, and somebody needed their ass kicked. Solo took care of it. And that worked when he was Roman's enforcer. But then they tried to move Solo to a bigger role. He became the tribal chief. He's leading his own bloodline, and they doubled down on making him this ultra-serious, intimidating character. And I don't think it worked. The funny thing is, I'm starting to wonder if the problem was never Solo. Maybe WWE wasn't letting Solo be Solo. Because now we're actually getting to see some of this guy's personality, and I had no idea that Solo Sikoa was this damn funny. And I'm not talking about WWE turning him into a comedy wrestler, and that's not what I want. There's a difference between telling jokes and being naturally funny. Solo's facial expressions, his reactions, and the way he delivers certain lines, his timing, there's something naturally funny about the guy. And it doesn't feel forced. It feels like we're finally seeing some of the real personality that's been underneath this character the whole time. And you know who it reminds me of? Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle. Now, before anybody loses their mind, I'm not saying that Solo Sikoa is Kurt Angle. I'm talking about character.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle would come out and be one of the most intense, legitimate badasses of the entire roster. This is an Olympic gold medalist. You absolutely believe this guy could destroy somebody. And then 5 minutes later, Kurt could be the funniest person in the entire show. He could make a complete fool of himself, have you crying, laughing, and somehow never took away from the fact that when the bell rang, that's still Kurt freaking Angle. And that's what I want WWE to understand with Solo. Don't see people laughing at him and decide, okay, Solo's the comedy guy now. No, he's no Danhausen. Let him be funny. Let the personality come out. But when it's time to fight, let Solo still be the guy who will absolutely wreck somebody, because that's the sweet spot. Funny Solo plus dangerous Solo might be the best version of Solo Sikoa we've ever gotten. And honestly, it makes me look back at his tribal chief differently. Maybe Solo didn't struggle in the role because he didn't have charisma. Maybe they were hiding the charisma he actually had. So here's my question. Did WWE spend the last few years hiding Solo Sikoa's best attribute? And does this version of Solo have a higher calling than the version they were trying to force the next tribal chief?
Go ahead and go first, voice.
Well, Very well written there, Bruzzi. I felt like I was back at an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond, and it was like he was doing the article about his dad's love
I got
of
DBZ
baseball.
flashbacks. Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
It was, but I like how you did it there, Bruzzi, and I like with the subject because to me, WWE has been this monster of they either create the character that we love or they give the character that we love an opportunity. With Solo Sikoa, I think he had to prove to get to that opportunity. And by just being a yes guy, doing everything they've asked him to do through one of the most prolific stories being told by WWE, with the bloodline, with this family, he did everything he was supposed to. Now he's supposed to be the annoying brother. Even though the little annoying brother annoys you, you still hold back the laughter because he's funny. He is funny. He may piss you off. He may annoy the bejesus out of you, but he's got something, natural funniness. I have a little brother. I have little cousins that are this exact same way. We would be so pissed off at the little cousin for saying whatever it is he said. Once he left that room, we all busted up laughing because it was so goddamn funny.
Right.
But you didn't want to tell him that. Now we're seeing it with Solo. Solo's hitting on so many. I mean, come on. Ducking because Jay shot
That was so good.
and then asking,
Is everybody
is
all right?"
everybody okay?
That was great.
This dude, him coming out singing, and then okay, I love the whole thing because when you look at Michael Cole's face when he realizes
Yes.
somebody's coming over, the camera, the way they, everything about that moment for me as somebody who puts these shows together, who loves wrestling, that was like a perfect moment. Yeah, you had to bow down and you had to say everybody hit their spot in this moment. I think that this version of Solo is going to go further. He needed the other version, though. We needed that opposite side because we've already seen him be badass Billy over here. Now we're seeing him be humorous, but a guy who can still back it up, much like Kurt Angle. And just to end on this, Bruzzi, I remember laying in a living room at one of my favorite aunt's houses in 1996 and watching Kurt Angle win a fucking Olympic gold medals wrestling with a broken fucking neck. It was one of the most, it's the one time in my entire life, and I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers, but I actually felt pride as American because of seeing him do what he did in that Olympics. I know it may sound nerdy in this day and age, but back in 1996,
Yeah.
it was a moment that we all
feel
were
it.
able to celebrate and
Yeah.
it was amazing. So yeah, I loved his comedy in WWE. So I love where you went with that.
His little cowboy hat.
Great, yeah, great topic.
cowboy hat was
Little
so
cowboy
good.
hat is the best because Stone Cold Steve Austin had to keep a straight face
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
whole time.
That tiny cowboy hat, man. I'm huge on Solo right now. I think he's getting over against the grain almost. He was not given a lot when it came to the Bloodline storyline in the sense that it didn't really fit who he was. He was always, to me, Solo Sikoa was always Jacob Fatu light, is what they were trying to do with him. But now you have Jacob Fatu. And when you brought in Jacob Fatu, it pretty much negated fucking everything that Solo was doing, and Fatu was in his fucking group.
Yeah.
And Fatu just did it better. And Fatu did everything that Solo was doing at the time better. But now, it's different. Now Solo can still have that like killer instinct in the ring while still being confident and cocky. It's good. And I agree. Solo was good in the OG bloodline, but he didn't have a Jacob Fatu there to compare is the problem, is what I'm getting at as well. Because I agree, fighting in the OG Bloodline, Solo played his part perfectly. I will say in hindsight, if they would have actually just grown some balls and hired Jacob Fatu in the first place, we probably wouldn't have needed Solo there, though, which this is not a shot at Solo. You could find another spot for him. But it did allow him time to bring up and be where we are now, in a spot where he is, I agree, and I think Fightin said this too, Solo's much like The Rock then, in the sense of like a post-Nation Rock where Solo is like mocking people and doing all of those things. It's working. And it's working in a way that a face works. And my concern now is, again, that we have seen a hot baby face and we have seen someone with momentum, but he happens to be related to the bloodline. So we have to make him join the bloodline. And I'm not saying this can't work out. I said this last week when I went on my large tangent. I'm not saying this can't work out. There is a way and a universe where this works out. But it's going to be a slog for me specifically, for my opinion, getting there. In the sense of, if we have a Solo Sikoa joining a bloodline and he's not going to be able to do the stuff he just did on his own, he's going to be under Roman's thumb for even 3 months. At the end of those 3 months, we will probably be yearning for that Solo Sikoa, and it will work in the long term. But I'm not going to like how we get there.
Kevin, you got my brain working.
And maybe it's me getting worked, and fucking work me, brother.
No, you got my brain going, because I'm trying to salvage any type of, if they force Solo back into the bloodline, I'm trying to salvage anything I can out of that.
Yeah.
This is what's going on in my head. Little brother, little cousin. They react to the leader, to their face, how the leader wants them to really react. As soon as those motherfuckers turn around and start walking away, they start acting up. Now you have Jay and you have Jacob slapping Solo, being like, dude, knock it off. Quit doing that shit. And then you have Jimmy being like, I don't know, Oos, it's a little funny.
So,
Like,
so basically you have Solo in the Sami Zayn role from before.
yes.
You have Fatu
That's the only
in the
way I
role
think-
of Solo from before, and then the Usos
Yes.
play the Usos, and Roman plays
Yes.
Roman.
And that's the only way I can salvage this in my head right now, without seeing what they're going to do or what they'll eventually do.
I think there is a way to salvage it. There's a 1,000% a way to salvage this in my head, and it's to just make a goddamn decision on if Roman is a face or a heel.
Well,
Because
that would help a lot.
He keeps continually being a dickhead to everybody, and then everyone cheers him anyway. So why not turn him loose on the crowd? Because if you make him an actual heel and you try and double down into that, you can do it. Cena proved that you could do it. You just need the right angle and the right things going on. So if you have those things in place and you have Roman just going into more of a heel aspect than he is currently, then I think you can still salvage this pretty easily. But right now, they're really, really just fucking hopscotching around with, are they heels or faces? And while I understand, and I'll get to that in a second, fighting too. While I understand wanting to just treat them like superstars, that isn't traditionally how wrestling storytelling can work well. You can make UFC matches that way, and you can build a match. But if you want people to give a fuck, you need a story with very concrete characters, not all over the place wishy-washy characters. Now, there are exceptions to that. Magneto comes to mind in X-Men. Venom is also a little wishy-washy for Spider-Man. He goes back and forth between hero and villain. But it has to be incredibly well written with an audience that's susceptible to it. And I don't see that a lot in a wrestling
Fucking
audience.
Kevin bringing up Magneto in that moment. All I can,
Tell me I'm wrong.
Dude, when you're not wrong, because all I can think of is the horrible shit he went through as a kid in the concentration camp, and then him getting his rise and be.
He
Fuck
became
you,
an X-Men at one point.
He did.
You kidding me? Like he's been hero, he's been villain, he has the same goal as Professor X, except he's more extreme, and that's it. That's why it works.
100.
Anyway,
100%.
not to go on a comic book tangent, but that's if you're gonna try and write stars and like people like that, it's very difficult in a wrestling context because wrestling context thrives not on ambiguity, but on concrete things. If you can make a concrete thing where people dislike them or they like them, it works far better in getting people over. Otherwise, they're just cheering for an outcome. And I don't think that makes moments as well. It just doesn't. It makes good matches, I guess, but good matches don't fill seats. That's why SummerSlam wasn't filled.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin, I mean, it's hurtful, but true.
Tough but fair.
Daniel, let me let you in on a little secret here. We do a show on Wednesdays, me and House, where we sit back and we go back and rewatch WCW content. We're in the middle of the United States Championship run where we just watched Raven versus Goldberg for the U.S. title. Not sure which one we're going to next, but I know House is going to pick a great one. So join us Wednesdays at 6 p.m. for that. All right, guys. Well, I think this, Bruzzi, your little Ray Romano impersonation of writing a sports article really paid off. This created a pretty good discussion, bud.
I'd say so.
Gee, voice. So kind of you to say, Deborah. Okay, enough of Ray Romano. He gets enough money. So, guys, we come to the point where I'm going to ask my question, and I want to pose this out to you guys in the audience too. If you're watching and paying attention to WWE, Daniel, I know that you said they're beyond saving. It's very you jumped the horse on that one. But you know what, man? Your opinion's your opinion, and we validate any opinions here. Just park wherever you feel like. All right. So we have a tournament, the AAA tournament set up by Rey Mysterio, and it appears Roman Reigns. Like, this is their collab to have a tournament to face Roman Reigns in Mexico City for a title shot. We all love a good tournament here at IYH. This is, like I said on Sunday's episode with Pluggo, I'm having March Madness vibes going on here. We got AEW got their tournament going on. WWE's got a tournament going on. Pretty sure somebody else has got a tournament going on. I just don't know about it.
Everyone always has tournaments.
Exactly. This specific tournament, though, fellas, do we feel that it's benefiting everybody in this tournament as a whole, or from what we're seeing, the way they're driving it, it looks like they're going to put Penta versus Roman in Mexico City? Does this tournament seem like it's benefiting that story the most? Because to me, they're not building the story. They've already dropped all the cliff notes. Teacher left the textbook open with all the answers, left for 20 minutes. Said, oh no, don't look at my book. I feel that's what we're getting in this tournament. Am I wrong? Please, somebody correct me.
I think what we get is Penta versus Rey Fenix at the end of this. And I think
for the finals.
Yes. And I think in the interim, I think we do need to have some AAA talent come through and be featured. So I'm looking at the brackets right now. Obviously, Penta already beat Laredo Kid, right? Laredo Kid benefited just being on goddamn Raw. He benefited just being there. And sometimes that is the case for people like this. Who can go there, have a match that's 10-minute TV match and lose. it's fine as long as they can get a good showing. And I thought Laredo Kid had a good showing. Psycho Clown and La Parka. I think we send La Parka through for the legend status, get him the on Raw appearance, and go from there. You could do Psycho Clown too. Same kind of gimmick. I think we put over Dragon Lee so that he could lose to El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. Because Dr. Wagner Jr. is one of their champs.
True.
So I think you're going to have champ versus champ in the second match of that, and that's going to be Ray versus Wagner Jr., and then you can put Ray Phoenix over. That benefits El Hijo del Wagner Jr. Again, he benefits just by being on American television. But a win on American television against Dragon Lee, I think that's huge too. Now, there's no guarantee to any of this. They could still put over Dragon Lee, and they could go forward with that. Hell, they could make a star out of Dragon Lee in this tournament.
True.
I mean...
Now, is the Psycho Clown and La Parka, is that going to be on AAA's show?
I assume AAA's show, but when they do the Penta versus whoever, will probably be on a Raw.
See, I would have loved to see Psycho Clown versus La Parka on Raw.
So I don't know where they're doing it. Well, that's the thing. I don't know if it's next week or not. It might be next week.
I think it is. I think he said they're doing 2 last night, then the 2 next week.
They didn't do 2 last night, though.
They did?
They only did 1.
Yeah.
They did Penta versus Laredo, and then Dragon Lee versus...
No, Dragon Lee was Dom. He faced Dom.
That was... that's
that
right.
was a non-tourney
right.
match.
You're right.
So I would assume... I don't know what they're going to do for the other match. Maybe it'll be maybe Ray will be on a SmackDown match, because it doesn't necessarily all have to happen on Raw either. I would like to see all of these featured on WWE TV, not AAA. Now, I understand this is a AAA tournament, but you want to feature everyone. And if you're going to feature everyone, you want them to be on the big shows. And AAA right now is gaining a lot of traction, but it is not Netflix, network TV. It's just not. So I don't know where they'll put Psycho and La Parka. I bet they'll do that on AAA, though. Whoever wins that will probably be on a Raw match, though. As far as your question, though, I think, realistically, I think this benefits everybody, one way or another. In the sense that I think Psycho Clown has his own shit going on in AAA, so him losing to La Parka via some shenanigans to that does feature some AAA and keeps going with that. And Wagner Jr. and El Fiscal, as long as they're on a Raw or a SmackDown, they get benefit just by name value. This benefits Ray Phoenix if he can go on to the finals. If he can go on to the finals and Ray Phoenix is there, I think that's huge. Yeah, that's so. All right. Okay, cool. Bryce has our rundown. So August 17th, Raw. So next week will be Dragon. Okay, so this is exactly what I predicted. La Parka and Psycho Clown is going to be AAA on Friday. Dragon Lee's match and Ray Phoenix's match are both on Raw. So those guys on Raw will benefit no matter what. Psycho Clown will benefit by going through his storyline to get eliminated, I would assume. And then La Parka will go on to the Raw match against Penta. And La Parka benefits by being on Raw. I know a lot of people like to look at it in booking decision areas and a lot of like other things that go on with this as far as pure wrestling. But if we're looking at this from a business standpoint, the more exposure, the better. And some of these guys have never been on a network TV or a streaming service to the level and viewers that this is. So just exposing them and just being there and they don't just fucking job out is huge benefit. Huge benefit. And it's a huge benefit to AAA in general just to be, hey, we're going to have someone face Roman Reigns. And like AAA has mentioned.
Yeah, 100% on that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that obviously is the big benefit at the end of it.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's a great place tournament. It's a great idea. We all love a tournament. I would like to get the fans' point of view because we listen to the nerdy booker.
I am nerdy.
He's over here breaking things down, making it analytical. let's just hear some good old fun.
I liked
Bruzzi.
Fightins though, because I think
Oh yeah,
I think that's
I did-
interesting.
yeah. I wanted to get your thoughts on this.
Sure, I'll pass it to Bruzzi first because I was just talking forever.
Yeah, go ahead, Bruzzi. What are your thoughts on this tournament?
I think who was it earlier? Daniel was talking about how he misses WCW. Here
Yeah,
you go, right
that
here.
was-
Here you go.
This is
Yeah.
this is cruiserweight action right here, and I like it. It's good for everybody involved in the tournament. And as a WCW fanboy, I really like it. I think it's good for everyone involved. I don't, and this is me being the pessimist. I don't know if it matters because I feel like Roman's just going to win in the end.
Oh, he
There's gonna-
definitely is.
Yeah, there's gonna, and I feel like that's why they're also putting Solo in the position he is, because they're gonna force him to go down to the ring and help Roman win that match. And I just feel like that's what's gonna happen. But I do like Penta versus Ray, brother versus brother. Who doesn't love that storyline? They're both fantastic wrestlers, also. What was his name? Laredo Kid. I don't think I've ever seen him before. I thought that was really good. I like how he didn't shake his hand in the match, so he kind of gave you the, not really a heel, but kind of a heel.
Laredo's a heel down in AAA.
Is he?
Probably just didn't
Okay.
want to play it up super high here.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't really have much thought on it, but as long as we get like cruiserweight like action with luchadors every week, I'm down for it.
No,
Oh, yeah.
you gave the right answer though. As a fan, you brought it back to the WCW, which this is pretty much what it was like for the cruiserweight division. They didn't run too many tournaments or things like that, but that first hour you got to see a lot of the great talents that were. La Parka's character. Like, tell me you didn't love La Parka back in the day. Everyone loved La Parka.
Yeah.
Especially in WCW. I
Chairman.
absolutely loved it. Dude, god damn. His dance, all this shit. I fucking loved it, So to see him in this tournament or a variation of him, it just brings me that WCW vibe. I love that. I love when cruiserweights are featured, and the fact that Lucha Libre in itself and this form of wrestling that is Hispanic wrestling that is involved to what it is today. You guys, there's so many different characters over there. It's almost like a comic book exploded into a wrestling ring.
Kinda,
And
though.
it's so, I love that type of wrestler because you get so many different levels of fans from different age levels to different backgrounds that you get to experience. Like, dude, how many times have I gone to Chicago and just seen a random wrestling shirt from like WCW, things like that? Like, it happens all the time.
All the time.
And you walk up to them and sometimes you can have a really good conversation with them. Other times, I don't talk to Goldberg shirt wearers. I know it's not going to be a good conversation. I know we're going to get into a fight. It's not worth my time. But that's what I love about this. But I have been hearing a lot of talk that they're saying that it's only benefiting what everybody's assuming is going to be who faces Roman, and it's Penta and Roman. I'm with Kevin. As long as you're in a ring on television, it's benefiting you. You're getting that.
That's your commercial
You're-
time, baby.
Yeah, you're getting that. Your 5 minutes is there. But like I said, I would like to see all of them on there. Bryce, thank you for breaking that down and
Yeah,
throwing
I
it in the
appreciate you,
chat.
Bryce, for having those dates.
But I do like your point, Kevin. Psycho is going to get his story told during AAA, so
Yeah.
that kind of does benefit him more over there because it benefits his character, the way he likes to be represented, things like that. So I love that. Great show, guys. Great
Yeah.
topics. I enjoyed this one.
fun.
I think the fans enjoyed it. Go ahead. Did you
What?
say something, Bruce?
Oh, I said it was fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
like every week.
that's what you said. That's what you said. Yeah, whatever. All right, what do we got here? I think I might have met the guy in the right in person.
No
And
idea.
and to put it on there for fighting, any of them facing Roman elevates them, especially Penta, to levels never reached before. He's right. Because if you just get to face Roman and have a 15-minute match with him where you can take him a little bit further, you're benefited. Because he has gotten those higher level matches and those main event matches. It's perception. And it can be one of those things where it's more subliminal sometimes, where you're not really thinking about it until you are. Like, hey, he's in the ring with, Roman Reigns. He's going to die. But then he doesn't. He doesn't just die. He goes 15 to 18 with Roman.
Yeah.
And if he goes 15 to 18 with Roman, all of a sudden you see him in a different light, even if you don't see him in a different light right then.
Well, Kevin, to back up exactly what you're saying, the Tozawa match this week.
Mm-hmm.
That was supposed to be a squash. Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, come on, really, it really was.
Mm-hmm.
But it turned Tozawa turned it into one of his better matches on Monday Night Raw, and he got a lot of fans behind him because of that match.
Yep.
So yeah, I love where your mind's at, Kevin. As always thinking, always booking, always trying to promote us and get us to
Trying.
the next level. Love it. All right. Speaking of guys who think they're just cock of the walk, I know trivia. Let's bring it up. Let's get an answer to Bruzzi's trivia question, and let's see where we're at. All right, Bruzzi, go ahead and hit him with the question again, and then give us the answer, bud.
Which woman became the first playable female wrestler in WWF video game when she appeared in a WWF Raw for the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo in 1994? Sorry, I just put that comment. Is it A. Halundra Blaze, B. Luna Vachon, C. Bull Nakano, or D. Sensational Sherry? I'll give you 5 seconds to put in your answers if you haven't already. And voice, you said who?
B.
You think it's B? And Kevin,
I said
you
Bull
went
Nakano.
Okay. The answer is B. Luna Vachon.
There it is.
Let's see. Yeah, because at the time, Alundra Blaze, I believe, was the reigning WWF champion. I don't know why I have a hard time saying WWF, but yeah, it was Luna Vachon because I think Bam Bam Bigelow was in that game too, and that was a great game. It was basically a reskin of the WWF Royal Rumble, but both great games. If you haven't played them, if you like retro games, check them out.
True, though.
Yeah, very fun games. I remember playing them for many hours and being pissed off.
Yes.
But that's life, you know? It's like the DuckTales game.
Oh, the DuckTales game.
Yeah.
Life is like a hurricane
Here in
Duckburg.
Duckburg.
Man, we're nerds. We are
Correct.
just three nerds who do a wrestling show.
The three
And we
nerdketeers.
enjoy it.
Nerd
Three
Nerdketeers.
nerdketeers. I like it. I like it. See, that's Bruzzi always thinking. He's he's a bit of a wild card over there. He's our
You never know.
Charlie Day. He's
I'm
the
a
guy
regular old
who's-
Ray Romano. You never know.
Ma. Dude, I swear to God, if you have like a brother that's like almost a giant one day just sat behind you, I would lose my shit.
All right.
This show has gone haywire. But
Always
fans, it always does. And we're going to put a pin in all three of these discussions because I have a feeling there's going to be more to discuss on all three topics in the future. But before we head out for the end of the night, guys, why don't you let them know where they can find you and all that you do, Bruzzi?
Thank you. You can find me on Twitch. I am at twitch.tv/Bruzzi. I'm also on TikTok as the Retro Recluse. And also, if you need any type of printing done, I also offer printing. We are Piedmont Industrial Print. So go to PiedmontIndustrialPrint.com. Also on Facebook. You can like, follow any of those websites, and that would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, get some prints from Bruzzi. No butt shots.
Well,
We're
you gotta pay
Exclusively
extending
butt shots.
extra for that.
it. I love it. All right, Kevin, let them know where they can find the chaos that you're a brewing.
You can always follow me on Kevin Kalloway on Facebook, Kalloway Kevin on Instagram, and also at twitch.tv/Kevin Kalloway Pro. I'll be streaming tomorrow. Not sure what game yet. I got to figure out a time too, because it's that time again, voice. It's that time where I have to go back to work for once.
Dun, dun, dun.
So I'm gonna have to go deal with that tomorrow, and then I'll probably stream around 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock seems the sweet spot for that. Don't know what I'll play. Who knows? And then I'll be streaming again Friday because it's Roguelike Friday, baby. You can always tune in on Roguelike Friday. Hit you with a couple roguelikes, play something, maybe spin some slots. Who knows?
Probably turtles.
Maybe I'll roll in Ducky Dice again and have the run of my goddamn life in Hades too.
I think you should. Let's see it. Let's watch what Kevin's doing. Go check out what my friends are doing. And Kevin, good luck this year. I hope you have a great one. And fans, guess what?
What?
We have another promo for you to go out there and use and just get things all taken care of. Goalie Nutrition is offering you, courtesy of us, IYH, with our name, 25% off your whole order at checkout. That's what you do. Go there. Go find what you need to get on your wellness journey. Get on that journey. Say, IYH, you're my co-pilot. Take the wheel. But don't, because we should not be trusted. Use our name, though. 25%. It'll get you IYH at checkout. Use it there at goalienutrition.com. And fans, if you want to see more of this, why don't you stop in next Tuesday at 6:15 when we go live and we talk. That's right, Monday Night Raw. It's 3 subjects brought to you by me, my friend Bruzzi, and my friend Kevin, and we talk about it. It's based around Monday Night Raw, so it's a pretty easy follow-to exam. Come join us, have a discussion like you seen in the chat. You guys were amazing today. Thank you. Fighting's one, you were on levels today, man. Good work in that chat. Well, if you like WCW, like Daniel was saying, hey, I miss it. Where can I get it? Who can entertain me with it? Well, that's me in house, and we do it every Wednesday at 6 p.m. where we talk. That's right, WCW. We go back in time and we hit the VCRs. Yeah, those kids, that's what they were. We didn't need the Betamaxes. That's what we were like when we were kids. We're like, Beta, what are you talking about? Yeah, VCRs. We go back there, we watch it, we see what we love. Right now we're in the middle of the United States title. Oh, it's such a great title. Such a great promotion that had that title, and all the guys that were involved around the United States title. Some of my favorite wrestlers on the planet. Come hang out with us and watch what we're watching. That is Wednesdays at 6 p.m. I didn't know if I told you that, but that's when you should watch it. Thursday, AEW Dynamite. You like it? You want to hear about it? You want to hear 3 guys talk about it? We have a world record oldest man on the internet on that show. He still walks, he still breathes, he still gives his opinion. He is OG Tony, and House is there with me. Now listen, this show's getting wild. Everybody's out there giving their opinions. I'm going to just tell you right now, Jungle Jack Perry's going to beat Jon Moxley. So come join us and hear what happens and what we talk about with that on Thursday at 6 p.m. with me, House, and OG Tony. Come check us out. That's our AEW talk. Anything else that we have going on, we have a Monday and a Friday show right after Raw, right after SmackDown, hosted by OG Tony and Chris Gonzo. Go check that out. They are doing fantastic work. It's a lot of great discussion right after Raw and SmackDown. Everything else you can check out on the website, inyourhowse.com. We have our schedules, we have our friends, we have our merch. Anything that we do, you can get there, and you can get all the sponsors that we were talking about, Goalie Nutrition. You can go through NordVPN to get that promo with IYH. Go to our website. That's everything. we have so many things that you just go there. It's the easiest way to explain all this. And I'm so glad no one asked me to be guest on their shows anymore. Because when they would, dude, I was on one show where I had it down, everything down, out, even with a little comedy, 2 minutes and 12 seconds. I had it down. But fans, thank you for joining us and indulging in our insanity. We will catch you on the next one. Bye.